I'm Chris Malone.
And I'm Mark Hagan, and this is Chris and Mark's Roadtest Reviews. Today we're going to talk to you about Bose PA speakers, the F1 series, essentially, and maybe the L2 compact. We have two sets of the F1s, two subs, two tops. They are comprised of two 10s on the subs. They're 1,000 watts each, and then you got like a 12 and like 8 or 9, the little 2-inch guys. And it works as a line array. The actual thing, it's flexible, so if you're sitting like stadium seating, if you got people sitting up a hill, you click it one way, shoots up that way. If you're on a stage and you got people down, click the other way, it shoots down, or you can have it full on straight out. The line array works a lot better in dispersal.
Yes. Okay. Gotcha.
So a lot of the times, like with the old cabs, you kind of aim them, sort of do something like this and get them going in between. And you don't really have to do that with these. They kind of spread out on their own, and you get a lot more coverage in the room. And pretty much wherever people are standing in the room, it kind of sounds the same. And basically what people, I've wondered when I bought these things, I kind of took a leap because they're expensive. They're not cheap.
What do those run new? Couple grand?
$1,000 for the one top and $1,200 for the bottom.
Okay, yeah.
So they're spendy, but they're self-powered, they're self-contained, and you gotta bring them in, set them up. I carry both of them in, one hand each. They're light,
but you are strong like Hulk.
Yeah. They do pack a punch. I don't even get the tops over about halfway on the volume control on them, and they're very loud.
My favorite part of the Bose is when people see what they're using and they just shit their pants.
Yeah,
that we're not using giant subs and giant tops.
Yeah.
And
we used the big stuff for years, where we haul the double 18s and power amps and just break your back. And this stuff here,
I mean, it was different when we had roadies.
Yeah, we don't have roadies anymore.
And we had those young fellas
and we were about 20 years younger.
Yeah, and we were like 20 years younger. That also didn't hurt.
Like my entire system now, I've managed to scale down. It fits in the back of a Suburban.
Yeah, it does.
And like that's granted, I'm not hauling drums, or drummer brings his own set, but otherwise everything else, the guitar amps, everything is all in the back of a Suburban. Mm-hmm. Lights and everything, and it's so much easier to transport. But how do they hold up live? That's what people are going to ask. That's what I was looking for.
Yep.
And I saw a ton of DJs use these things, and I saw a lot of reviews from Bose themselves, talking with professional soundmen about them and using them. But we're just rock band in the Midwest, and these things have gone through a million shows in
horrible conditions.
Horrible
conditions.
They have held up. They're loud.
They're clear.
They're very nice.
Very
clear. The clarity is just stupid. One thing I've noticed is if you're pushing, you don't have to do this. It was a mistake I made right at the bat because I was pushing more input into them than I needed to. And they have clip limiters on them. And they start to smell.
Yeah, they smell bad.
They smell like electronics are burning,
mm-hmm.
but they still didn't cut out or didn't clip out.
But they do give you an indication something's wrong.
Yeah, it was like, maybe you should back off. And then the thing is, like, I was noticing that It was my fault myself. I was running them too hot. But I mean, I was only halfway up. I could have just turned the volume up on them and cut back your input, and you're fine. There's also they also have setting. They have a line setting and a mic setting. If you flip it to the mic setting, they get 10 times louder.
Oh,
So yeah, that's.
I was not aware of that.
Oh yeah, I don't have to use it very often, but I usually keep them on the line setting. For the money, if you're going to spend the money on powered speakers and you play a lot of smaller places, where you need to have a PA, but you don't want to have something that takes up all the room in the bar, these are the way to go. I swear by them. I've used them, God, 1,000 shows probably already.
Yeah, I don't even know. I couldn't
We've
even
had
get an
them-
account.
I bought the first set of them, just a sub and top, and we're using just one for the longest time, and that was plenty. And then we started doing acoustic shows, so I bought the L1 Compact, which is Bose, it's got like an 8-inch speaker. It's about yay big. We'll have pictures and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a column. That's got about 8 of those speakers, and they're all pointed different directions inside. And you put that thing up, it stands about 6 feet tall, and it's almost louder than the F1s.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It is just stupid loud and stupid clear. And like acoustic shows, I mean, if it was just me, it's got a mic input, it's got a guitar input, and that's all you need.
Yeah.
Like, we've used them for a bunch of our acoustic, me and him, and I just run a tiny board, run everything into the mic input, and that thing maybe get it up to 3. And that has also gone through tons of punishment.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been knocked over and in and out of the elements.
Punished thoroughly.
Punished thoroughly, yes. And it holds up. And those are about $800 to $1,000, but they are more than worth. If you're an acoustic guy doing acoustic shows, or just doing like a small venue with a band, we've used it for the full band before.
We have.
We were playing a very small place, and we didn't mic anything out. We just had stage volume and then ran vocals through that thing, and
You wouldn't have noticed.
yeah, it sounded great. So, yeah, they're definitely something that if you're looking at those kind of things, I've seen like a lot of other people have been copying them. Turbo Sound has one.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, Turbo Sound, JBL, and Electric Voice have all kind of come out with their own models of the L1, but I've seen a couple people use like the JBL ones, and I didn't think it sounded near as good.
Really?
Gemini, I think, has one.
Jesus, really?
Yep.
Interesting. I think, let me just preface by saying I wouldn't know a good PA if it bit me squarely in the taint, but this one, for what we've used it for, it's always remained crazy clear. It's never like we're like, oh, I don't know if this is gonna work tonight, boys.
Oh yeah, and we get a lot of comments on how good our sound is without being stupid overbearing loud, and that, like, we were never getting that before. We were pushing things and we were just screaming loud for quite a few years.
Forever.
And it took us twice as long to set everything up, because you had to haul the 18s in, had to haul the tops in, had to run all the cords to everything.
Well, then we had to have power amps for everything too, so they had to run to all the power amps, and it was just a shit show.
And a lot of times you blew circuits in the bar because you're running so much power.
Yeah.
And with these, we've never had that problem.
No.
And we are just as loud. I've seen us, like other bands that I know of that I've gone to see play, that they're not any louder than we are with twice the equipment.
Yeah.
They're like, whoa, it looks really cool when you got all this big stuff. It's like, yeah, but I don't want to carry it.
Yeah, I don't want to carry that shit. I tell you what, like, I don't... My masculinity isn't that fragile that I need to have that much gear to get the exact same sound out of way lighter, way smaller shit.
Yeah.
Well, our load in and the tear down, like we did that one show down in Prairie, half hour load in, ready to play.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
how long was it with the Boneyard setup? 2 hours?
2 to 3, yeah.
Yeah.
With the 20, we had light trusses front and back,
Mhm.
plus all that, and we could throw this stuff up. Plus, you know, that took that whole step van full,
Yeah, that's right, it did. And it all fits in the back of your truck.
it all fits in the back of my Suburban. Yep.
Yeah.
Still got the big stuff. That's all in the trailer.
Yeah.
Never gets used.
Well, you know, when do we have an excuse to use that much? I mean, there's been a couple times.
Yeah, bigger outdoor shows.
But I mean, like for the majority of
Actually,
what
the
we
last
do,
couple of big, like the big bike rally we did, and my last couple of shows, all I used extra was a set of 18s
on top of the Bose, right?
on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not on top
I
of the
know.
Bose.
They're
On the bottom of the Bose. But they were there, god damn it.
just to have a little more,
Yeah.
more thump, because I wanted more thump.
Yep. And it worked. I mean, the main thing that, you know, for what you paid for it, which was what, couple grand, we'll just ballpark it, couple grand. And then how many, like 4? Okay, so I was never good with math. But, you know, considering how long ago that thing paid for itself.
Oh yeah, it's paid for itself over and over again.
You know, and it's still running, still durable, still, you know, I mean, it all boils down to the whole risk versus reward thing. I mean, yeah, you paid a good chunk of change, but your investment is paid off. Like, you know, you're still making money with that setup.
Still making money. I'm
Still
saving
works.
money by not having to drive all that extra crap around.
Yep, in a trailer.
And you know, it's just our time too.
Yeah. I mean, and especially when you're limited on your roadies, which we are, because apparently just nobody likes us anymore. But we, you know,
People have lives.
yeah, when we were young lads, we had people falling all over each other to help us carry heavy PA speakers, and now I'm like, no, I'm busy.
They all grew up.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm watching Netflix and chilling, watching Tiger King, brah. But you know, it all, you know, boils down to like, okay, I don't. Well, I mean, for the first thing, which would be the main thing really for us, is they sound good.
Yeah.
They sound good. For me, in my old ass, is like, I don't want to be carrying heavy shit. Ever.
Yeah.
Like, ever. Our new setup is so freaking good. Because, you know, I mean, when we really haul ass at a teardown, I think we had that one show, I don't remember where it was. It might have been one of the benefits we did. We were tore down in 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Tore down 25 minutes, like, ready to leave. Like, that is more important to me than anything, is the fact that we can be tore down that quick and be the hell out of that building and not be sitting there for 2 hours just meticulously just tearing shit down and taking trip after trip down the stairs out to the van and all that other silly shit.
Yeah.
That's almost more important to me than having them be durable, but they are durable.
They're very durable. That's the thing for me, is like, I don't want something that's gonna fail on me while we're playing the show.
Yeah.
And even like I've redlined them.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, made them smell like burning plastic. And
I remember you blew up those JBLs at Top of the Rock one time.
I did. Yeah, I toasted those.
Because I was standing next to it and I thought there was like a toaster or something next to me. Because it's set up weird. I'm like, somebody making pizza?
The crossover's fried.
Yeah, fried. Turns out it was not pizza. It was RPA.
Yeah, like Bose definitely. If you're gonna buy something, if you want to do compact, portable, but still have that thump, yep, these F1s are the way to go. The F1 series, like 812 F1s.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
I really don't know anything about these speakers other than they sound good and they're light. So, unfortunately, my contribution to this video is limited to just doing like. There we go. Should we cut
Definitely,
that?
like if you're an acoustic guy, yeah, buy an L1 compact.
Yeah, that served us so well.
Throw away your acoustic amp.
Yeah.
And buy an L1 compact. It's gonna sound better. And
Project better.
Yeah, project better. You won't need anything else. You won't have to carry stands with you to, you know, put speakers up on top of.
Yeah, because it just goes right on top of itself. Yeah.
It's all self-contained.
And and especially if you're running a small show like that, the less shit you have in your car. I mean, that's the entire reason to do acoustic shows, right? Is you
Yeah.
just do like a
And-
simple show with minimal gear.
Now, one time we played that L1, we were in the bar, and people could hear us outside of the bar. We were on the far end of the bar. They could hear us outside the bar, across the street at the other bar. You know, and it wasn't even turned up that loud. So that's the projection
Yeah.
it gets.
It's clear as a damn bell,
Yeah.
really. It really is. It's good stuff.
Bose.
Bose and stuff.
One of these days we're going to find something that doesn't.
We don't really have anything left. Usually we get rid of it right away.
That's true.
Thing is, though, we've been lucky that we've had stuff that's just ended up working like in ways it should not work. Like that crate amp of yours where we accidentally sawed off the cable when it got stuck off the out of the car.
Yeah.
Or your old PV power amp that we accidentally drove the car over.
Oh,
on the way out of the driveway.
An old CS800 that
Yep.
fell out of the van while I was backing up, and it
Drove right over it.
got caught, and it actually picked the van up, dented the van, didn't hurt the amp at
Yeah,
all.
didn't hurt the amp.
So
Yeah, it's all good stuff. The
they don't make them like that anymore.
no, do they even make them?
CS800s, no.
Yeah, see, so not only do they not make them like that, they just don't make them. Yeah, they probably weigh about as much as your car. I mean, they're brutal. Like, I remember when we had that power amp.
All you guys, musicians our age, they've seen the CS800s.
Oh, yeah.
They know what we're talking about. They know the pain.
Yeah, they know the pain. All us old guys know the pain, bro.
800s and thousands. It's just like,
Yeah. That's why we're in such good shape, though.
I know, like, it's huge.
Now we're lifting all this light shit and we're falling apart. Jesus. All right, I'm gonna cut. All right, so for the rating of this PA system, I'm going to have to give this a massive Roger Ebert-style thumbs up.
Yeah, I will too. Definitely give it a thumbs up. I would recommend buying them for any gigging band out there. Mid to average size venues. Definitely, it's worth the money.
Definitely worth it. I mean, they are a little spendy, but your return out of it will be definitely worth it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, like always, if you enjoy this kind of content, or you just enjoy punishing yourself, be sure to like and subscribe, and click the cute little bell icon so then you're notified anytime I post any wackiness. You got anything you want to add?
Also, if there's something that you have a question about, like a product that you're thinking about buying, and we may have used it, we may not, we might know a little bit more about it, drop us a line.
Yeah, shoot that in the comments.
Yeah, and we'll look into it. We'd be more than happy to. And if it's something you want us to test out for you, if we can get our hands on it, we'll take it out and beat the crap out of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's our job.
That is our job. We do stuff.
And we're good at punishing equipment.
Yep.
So
Yep.
we will let you know how it holds up and if it is worth your time to buy one.
Time and money, brah. Time and money. Alrighty, so we'll see you guys next time.